into the Lok Sabha, we are told, with slogans of "Ek Hain to Safe Hain." That is a slogan that the Prime Minister wanted that it resonates ahead of Maharashtra elections, something that the BJP and the NDA partners are now identifying with. "Ek Hain to Safe Hain" are the slogans to which the Prime Minister was welcomed inside the Lok Sabha. Now, Pallavi, this is something that is also a way to celebrate that entire victory in Maharashtra. Mahayuti saw that thumping win in Maharashtra, and that's something that will keep them highly upbeat ahead of the winter sessions.
Oh yes, of course, the Maharashtra election. I mean, see, this is the first big victory. It's not just Maharashtra, but even the Haryana win for the BJP has come in after the last session of Parliament. In the last session of Parliament, we certainly saw a belligerent opposition, and all of them are, walking around and making points because they felt that they had cornered the BJP and pushed it down to even not winning a simple majority. And many within the BJP were very perceptively and, very openly, we could see that they were a little down and out, and they were wondering whether a kind of a policy paralysis has really hit them. And the PM was also consistently under siege, coming in from Rahul Gandhi, who, for example, was beating the farmers right inside his chambers, which again stoked a controversy. And all those factors went on. This time round, of course, there are two wins in their kitty. LOP down and out, the opposition party is down and out, and also in a state of disarray as far as the India bloc is concerned. There's no reason why the BJP will not smile from year to year. And, I think they are hitting the opposition where it hurts them the most, with "Ek Hai to Safe Hai" slogan being used to greet the Prime Minister as he enters the Lok Sabha. This was the fulcrum of the slogan, I would say, especially in Maharashtra, and which certainly seemed to have not been rejected by the people. And, and where the Prime Minister accused the Congress party of objecting to the slogan because they were getting it wrong. Prime Minister said that despite the diversity, I'm insisting on the unity in diversity, because that is what one strong India is all about. These slogans are going to be used by the BJP not only in the battleground, electoral battleground, but inside the Lok Sabha also. And mind you, whenever there are going to be contentious issues, whenever there are going to be short duration discussions on various topics, I think the point-by-point rebuttal to the opposition, particularly the Congress party, will come in from the BJP by dangling this slogan.
Right, Pallavi, stay on with us. We also have Payal on the broadcast. Payal, on the back of this punished and rejected attack by the Bharatiya Janata Party or by the NDA partners against the opposition, now this "Ek Hai to Safe Hai" slogan welcoming the Prime Minister, the Treasury benchers really doing enough so that that instigation really remains ahead of the winter session? Is it going to be a stormy one?
Griya, whenever the Prime Minister comes into Parliament or gets into the House, there are always slogans to welcoming him, either by shouting out his name, saying Modi, Modi, or probably, Jai Shri Ram in the past as well. But this is a momentous occasion for the BJP. They've registered a stupendous win both in Haryana and Maharashtra, and in particular in Maharashtra, where the Prime Minister's slogan of "Ek Hai to Safe Hai" resonated amongst people as well. So obviously, teasing the opposition, it seems that this is what the opposition parties were really irked by, because they had said basically that "Ek Hai to Safe Hai" was not going to resonate with the people, but the mandate of the people showed otherwise.
Right, Anurima, before that introductory address that the Prime Minister was a part of when he was addressing the media right before entering the Parliament, he pretty much, laid sort of not the ground rules exactly, but exactly what to expect in the winter session, because things are pretty much out in the open, the daggers are drawn, and all of this we will see from day one itself.
Between the last session of Parliament and this one, last session it appeared that the Bharatiya Janata Party led Treasury side was on the back foot. At every opportunity, the Faizabad MP, for example, would be propped up as a trophy by Akhilesh Yadav and also by Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi. There was a spring in the step of the opposition. They felt that their number 100, the century that Congress Party had hit after one independent joined them, that gave them enough fodder to take on the Treasury with renewed vigor. But then Haryana happened, Jammu and Kashmir happened. Again, Congress didn't do well there. Yes, it's an opposition government there. National Conference is in power. But the Congress has nothing to boast about in Jammu and Kashmir. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha ensured Jharkhand win. But again, that win belongs to JMM. It doesn't really belong to the Congress party. Uttar Pradesh bypolls. Uttar Pradesh, where BJP suffered its worst jolt in the Lok Sabha elections. The bypolls have once again turned the clock in their favor. So this, session, winter session, it is very clear that the Treasury is going to play on the front foot, and the the opposition will have to really struggle. If they make a ruckus, there's always an option to ask them to leave. Getting into the well of the House, not an option. Suspension, en masse suspension has been set as a precedent. So the opposition has a minefield right now to negotiate their way through.
So Pallavi, to this I ask all three of you. In fact, Pallavi, you can take that onus and answer this because you all have been hardened political parliament journalists. Now, once the Prime Minister really says that this is going to be a cold winter session, does the excitement really, bury down for that matter? Because we see the same old thing. There are no discussions. There is heavy amount of bickering and nothing really happens in the winter session.
Well, I mean, the debate and discussion is also very much a part of parliamentary democracy. But now let's hypothetically think of a situation in case the MVA had won in Maharashtra and, of course, in Jharkhand, the JMM had won. Certainly, it would have been a much, much more mellow, quietened BJP because then they would perhaps not want to push through, they would want to take even their own allies along, because what happens is that when national parties like the BJP and the Congress party don't win elections, they also have to, given the kind of coalition politics these days, have to listen to what their allies will have to say. I mean, the heat is coming on the Congress party very much so from the TMC, from Uddhav Thackeray faction. Priyanka Chaturvedi has also hit out at some of the Congress leaders and so on and so forth. Now, if the BJP certainly is not going to be mellow now, and they are also going to stand up and show to their own allies and to the political opponents that no, we know how to do and win elections. Therefore, of the 16 bills, I think they are going to manage to push through all of them. They will at least try to do so to send out a larger message by the end of the winter session that at the end of the day, what really matters is the work we do. And as a government, we need to push through a legislative business. There are issues which are going to be raised again by the opposition, for example, issues on the economy, the state of the economy, Manipur, the internal security issue, the Sambhal issue, and so on and so forth. I think the mood in the government will be to counter each one of them and to get the legislative business passed. So the Prime Minister has sent out a very strong message, not just to the opposition parties, but even within his own party, that don't be taking a back seat, just take them on.
Right.
You do your work, take them on, counter them with very strong facts and statistics.
Absolutely. Pallavi and Arunima, thank you so much for joining us with all the latest that is coming to fore from the winter session, the start of the winter session in the Parliament. We'll keep an eye on this big story that we